Welcome to Food Talk. I'm going to dish out dinner and give you the review of my holiday. I just got back from 5 nights, 6 days in Fiji. We were at, thanks Streaky, we were at the Marriott Momi Bay. It was really nice, but you know, some things can be improved, so let me give you the rundown. First of all, we had the flight. So the flight, we flew Virgin Australia both ways, and the flights were $4,000 for a family of 4, right? 2 adults and 2 kids. Kids are age 6. Yes, darling, I'll feed you in a minute. So $4,000. For $4,000, you get your seat, that's fine. But you don't get any food and you don't get any drinks. You get water or tea or coffee. They do not provide beverages, not a Coke, not a apple juice for the kids, nothing. You have to pay for it. And I was really shocked by that. I thought international flights, you get soft drink for free. Back in the day, I always thought you got alcohol for free. I normally fly Qantas. I admit that I'm a Qantas club member, but I haven't flown Virgin in a very long time, and maybe this is why. You don't get food, you have to pay for it. Not even a packet of nuts, not a packet of crackers, not a cheese and crackers, not a biscuit, not a muffin, nothing. We bought the kids ham and cheese sandwiches because they don't provide them. And so that was kind of disappointing, that no beverage thing. $1,000 a ticket, no beverage. They provide water, tea, coffee, that's it. Also, no in-flight entertainment, as in it's not built within the seat in front of you. There was no screen. You had to bring your own screen, bring your own laptop, bring your own device, and then log into their system, pay for the internet, $25 for the Wi-Fi, or you could pay $10 for 30 minutes, or you could just use their free entertainment, which was dumb because it was full of ads and patchy, and the kids just were getting cranky with it kept crashing just the kids' entertainment portion. So that was pretty rubbish. I was pretty disappointed with that, actually. And of course, the headphones. They don't give you headphones. Remember the days you used to get on a flight and they'd give you the headphones? No headphones. So that was a mistake. We didn't have headphones. Hubby brought a pair for him and we just kind of rotated it for the kids. But anyway, we brought colouring books and other things for them to do. But check that. That's important, whether or not there's entertainment and whether or not there's food. Next time I would have packed a lunch, right, in a lunchbox. So yeah, that was disappointing. And on the way back, also disappointing. Other things, let's talk about the resort. So this is a 5-star resort. It cost, I think, $12,000 for 5 nights for 2 rooms. Hubby and I had a king-size room and the kids had an adjoining twin share room, which was great. The room was fabulous. Both had bathtubs, big bathrooms, close to everything. So you might sacrifice the view of the beach and the lagoon for convenience, which is what we did, although we didn't have a choice about what room we got. It was just our room, conveniently located right next to the pool, near the kids' club, near the restaurant, near sort of reception. Everything was walking distance, which was fabulous. So if you say, I want one of those, I want privacy, I want exclusivity, I want something with an amazing view, or high up on the 2nd level, because there was 2 levels, think about access, think about how close you are to everything, because it's really hot. We went in October long weekend, and it was beautiful weather, 29, 30 degrees every day. It wasn't stormy, it wasn't miserable, it was just really nice. Let me feed the cat. So let's talk about things to do at the resort. This for us was a relaxing holiday. We just wanted to unwind from our daily grind, relax and chill at the resort. It wasn't a sightseeing, it wasn't exploring, it was none of that. We just wanted to lay on the beach lounge or the beach and just relax. And the kids to have fun, of course. So we swam every day, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day. The kids love water, they love swimming. So that was great. That's the main thing to do. There was shells on the beach, which was fun for the kids. There's crabs, there's things to explore safely. No waves on the beach, fabulous, good for kids. The kids club wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I just thought they took all kids of all ages all day. But it wasn't like that. They had specific hours and specific ages for children. Kids under 4, not in the kids club. I think you'd have to hire a private nanny, which they didn't have on site. They said they have private babysitters who you pay for, not included, if you want like a night nanny, or I presume to look after your young children. So my kids are age 6. The kids club was 4 to 7 and 8 to 12 and had different activities. And it ran from 9 to 12, and then you pick the kids up to take them to lunch. And then they opened again at 2 to 5. And then that was it. That's what's included in your package, which was fine. It was great for us. We put them in for a couple of sessions, and they did cultural things. They did things like tie-dyeing T-shirts, hair braiding, fish feeding, finding crabs on the beach. Clark made a friend, which was great. I'll show you the whiteboard of the activities. Yeah, so we have like ages 4 to 7, things that you do. You register at 9, you have a break, and this is the second session, and the age 8 to 12. And then for the evening, you could book the kids in the evening session, but that you had to pay $45 per child per night, and you pick them up at 9:30. We did that twice, but picked them up at 9 because they really go to bed at 8 o'clock. But don't worry about it, it was a different time. One thing that was a bit of a miss was when we first dropped them into the kids club that first morning. I think was it Sunday or maybe it was Saturday? Anyway, we just dropped them in, no problem. We registered, they were happy, they needed, the thing said hats and sunscreen you must provide. So we gave them hats and sunscreen and walked away. And then we went to pick them up at 12 o'clock, and the kids were like, oh, you didn't put us in our swimmers. They were all the other kids were in the pool, and they didn't go in the pool because they weren't in their swimmers, like the swimming costumes. Then no one told us that it was a swimming day. And then she's like, oh yeah, on Saturdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, we do aqua. So you're supposed to bring the kids in the swimming costumes. I'm like, well, why didn't anybody tell us that? So I was really annoyed about that. Anyway, we made up for it because then we knew that some days are days where they do water activities. So check that, whether the kids should be in their swimmers. But the staff are lovely. Everybody's so friendly all day. Bula, bula, welcome, hello. Everyone is so nice. Throughout the meal, everyone's checking in, is everything okay? Which was nice. Like the staff, the level of service was very, very good. They had these little buggies that you could call to pick you up to take you to other areas of the resort, which would have been a bit of a walk. One thing was really strange was there was no bugs, no mosquitoes, no flies. You'd just be eating in the open air, no bugs, which in Australia, we are used to bugs, like we're used to flies and mozzies. No bugs, which I don't know if that was the time of year. Very strange, considering there's a big sort of lagoon. Where's all the bugs? I don't know, but that was rather nice that the bugs weren't there. Kids love that. What else? Value for money. So I think I paid $12,000 for a family of 4 with those 2 rooms. I think it was good. I said to my travel agent, no budget. I just want something to relax for about 5 nights, 6 nights, whatever. Tell me, you decide basically where I should go. And so this was recommended to me, and I'm glad for the recommendation. It was a really good time. The distance from the airport is an important consideration, which was, they said 45 minutes on paper. On the way there, it was 1 hour and 10 because of the traffic. 1 lane, 1 road to get from the airport to the resort. Quite a bumpy road too, so the kids didn't like that very much and were so tired from travelling all day. On the way back, it was better. It was about 50 minutes. So think about that. Like, it's quite remote from everything, and I assume all the different resorts on Fiji are like that. So think about if you wanted to do an exploring sightseeing holiday or go to other islands, think about how close things are because you don't want to spend a lot of time on the road, given that you're on holiday. But aside from that, it was great. It was a really good holiday. You feel really recharged and relaxed. The Wi-Fi was fantastic, right? Free Wi-Fi in the resort, which was great. Allowed hubby and I to communicate by WhatsApp, and our house sitter to communicate with him on WhatsApp to make sure everything with the pets was great. But yeah, that's my review of our fantastic holiday. I'd recommend it. I'd go again. I think depending upon what age your kids are, it was perfect for my kids because they were 6. If you have really young children, I don't know if you'd enjoy it or not because obviously you need to look after them and there's swimming. Like all there is to really do is swim, relax, chill, sunbake. The resort did have activities throughout the day that you could choose to do. We didn't because we just wanted to do our own thing. It wasn't a party atmosphere. So it's not like you're swimming in the pool and there's loud music and everybody's dancing. It wasn't that. Everybody's chilling. There's no loud music. There's no music. You just swim at your leisure. And I liked how they had an adults only pool. That was nice. Because sometimes you just don't want to be around screaming children. And there wasn't that many people there, which was great for us because, I'm a more antisocial puppy. Anyway, I better give this to the kids. It was a good holiday. I rate it. It was a 5-star resort. I rate it 5 stars. We had an amazing time. And I'll be doing something else. I'm going to try and every school holidays take the kids out and do something for a mini holiday because, fuck it, I can afford it. Oh, one more thing. The resort had Pepsi, not Coke, which I didn't like. And I reminded to pack pool toys and inflatables and dive sticks and stuff to play in the pool. Some families did that and we didn't. I had to buy some from the, overpriced gift shop. So pack your pool toys, accessories and stuff. The kids will enjoy it. And you see other kids playing with the balls and you get, jealous. So there's a tip. Pack all the things you want to play in the pool with because that's what you'll be doing all day.